Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for this week's Death of the Family crossover books. We have Batgirl 15, Batman 15, Suicide Squad, and Batman and Robin. This week's Death of the Family run has been amazing. The Joker is amazingly evil, twisted, and the art and story, everything about all of these books was a home run, and it's just a shame that more people aren't buying it. Now, you have to. This kind of gets kind of confusing in terms of how you want to read it. Apparently, like, this takes place during this, and this takes place before that, and I'm not quite sure where this one goes. It's probably right around here or so. But regardless, it doesn't really matter as much in the grand scheme of things. I'm just going to do like a quick overview of what to look forward to, because I don't really want to spoil much, because there's a lot going on in here. Now, the Suicide Squad, this is basically the relationship between Joker and Harley Quinn and how dysfunctional this thing is. Now, basically what we're looking at is Joker is trying to kill Harley Quinn, then Harley Quinn's trying to kill Joker, and Joker's constantly one step ahead of her, and I won't spoil what happens. But it opens this whole new door to the Joker and his relationship to Harley Quinn. Now, this stems back to the beginning of Death of the Family, when the Joker was trying to, pretending to cut off her face. And he's really trying to do some, I don't know, there's, on one hand, it's like he's trying to evoke certain emotions and try to push Harley Quinn over a certain level, because, like, the best way I can describe, one way I can describe it is the Joker became enlightened when he got his face cut off. And in a way, what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Harley Quinn to that same level. Now, Amanda Waller makes a reference to the, more about the relationship between the Joker and how he needs Harley. And in a way, she's very correct on that. And this is just one sick and twisted relationship. And I originally wasn't going to buy it, but I just figured, what the heck, I'll do it. And I'm very glad I bought this, because this is, it adds a whole new dynamic to their relationship. I'll save that one for last. Okay, Batgirl number 15. We're dealing with the relationship, but we're dealing with the wedding issue. Now, there's not a lot going on in terms of a wonderful, full story here, but there's a lot of really twisted things that the Joker's doing in here. There's dialogue with a psychiatrist, which is just amazingly sick and twisted and evil. And then the manipulation of Batgirl, and he's just it just really shows how evil he is. The art is fantastic. I mean, I know I was a little bagging on it a little bit from the last issue, but after I've gone farther into the storyline, the way they're drawing his face, I mean, it's really, really good at times. And it's really gonna, I gotta show you some, like, a couple panels in the next issue, or not next issue, but in the next comic, to illustrate that. And while I'll say that this isn't necessarily this was definitely not the strongest, but it really adds to the Joker and what he's trying to do and how evil he is. And this is another one that I'm glad I definitely picked up. But this is probably, if I had to drop one of these titles, like if I had to skip one, this would have been the one that I would have skipped. But I think where the payout is going to be is the next issue. because that's where the technically where the wedding is going to take place, and there's something going to be evil about that wedding. Based on that last page, there's definitely going to be something evil about it. Okay, Batman and Robin. This is where we have Robin trying to go find Alfred on his own. My only complaint about this book is that he can't draw heads. I don't understand. How come he can't draw heads and faces? Beyond that, oh man, this was awesome. I just loved the lights and the darks, the shadows, the eyes. All of that was great. This panel where Robin figures out that the Joker ended up or was at the zoo, and the hyenas eating the body. Oh, this whole panel. I would love to get this page, but this isn't the page I want. There's a little battle between the hyenas and Robin. Robin gets drugged. He falls into a gigantic bird cage, and this is the page that I want. The Joker is hanging upside down, and he has his face right side up. So you can see his eyes through the mouth, and it's just, he does this, he keeps it up for a little bit, and you can watch him turning it around, and oh, this was just amazingly good. And this basically here is the way Joker feels about Robin. It's basically, he's like, the Batman is at night, the Robin hunts during the day. They can never be together. It's like one of these really bad relationships that are destined to never work. The Joker's like, Robin is holding Batman back because he's always having to make sure that Robin survives. Like, he'll always get out of trouble. And this was just a fantastic read. Now, as I'm reading this thing, I'm going, okay, Joker obviously does not understand Damian very well, because Damian is an assassin. He cannot be intimidated, and if given the chance, Damian will take a crowbar to your face and kill you. But throughout this whole thing, the Joker, feeds his anger and frustration on the Robin, and then eventually he starts to acknowledge, yeah, I know who you are, and you don't scare me. And granted, I don't think that any of the Batman's main villains would really be afraid of Robin, but it's kind of like, it's basically, I guess, saying that I don't care who you are, where you came from, you are still holding Batman back, and you're going to be gone. You're going to be dead when all this is done. And I just love this. There's many pages if I could only afford, I would buy, because the art was just fantastic, and I'm glad I bought this one. This was awesome, and I love this. Okay, finally, 15. Now, this also Capullo had spectacular art throughout this whole thing. I love the way he captures the Joker, the expressions on his face, the way the skin just hangs, and how it doesn't quite fit. I like, especially like you have that part here, which you can see the skin flap. Awesome. This is just a home run. This whole issue is just a home run. Now, what Snyder's doing in this issue here is basically, he's giving us the information that we need to know about the Joker, and how the Joker potentially knows everybody. And what I think that's done really well with this is, on one hand, if you look at the what occurred in the past, at face value, it is exactly what would have given Joker the information. And it's exactly what Joker has done to Commissioner Gordon in terms of, like, after the fact. And it also presents serious flaws in, you know, the Batcave and things like that. Now, on the other hand, you have Batman who's going, you know what? That's not the case. The Joker could not have done what he said he did. I have safeguards, and while I don't have the safeguards I had back then, it's impossible for him to have found a way to get our information. And the Bat family is not believing that whatsoever. So I'm really, really wondering now, you know, like, is the Joker really telling the truth, or is he just basically figured out a couple things, like, you know, like what Batman says. He knows Bruce's connection to Batman Inc., and he knows that Bruce's connection to, obviously has a connection to Batman. That's why he got rid of Pennyworth. And then, but then at the same time, I'm thinking that's not the case, because then the Joker would have said, "Where's Bruce?" and made that attempt also to look for Bruce. So I think the Joker is telling a certain degree of truth to this. But I'm not going to spoil that part. Also, there's a backup story right here with the Joker and the Riddler. Now, some very, very important details are given right at the end about Joker and the way he was dealing with his incarceration in Arkham Asylum. And this issue, I mean, sorry, not this issue, but this backup story just kind of fills you in the sense of how that was actually what was actually going on in the Arkham. And basically, just to give you just the high-end overview, you have the Riddler. He's in the cell, and the guards are terrified. Joker's walking around like he runs the place, and he basically needs the Riddler. And they have a conversation, and hilarity ensues, so to speak. This backup story was actually, like I said, very good, and it just complemented this whole issue. Like I said, this was really seriously, and this was an awesome read. And I kind of wish that, like, you know, when you look at this and compare it so far to, like, AVX, well, AVX was very, like, smash, power, you know, like, let's just fight and give fans what they want on a visual level. I think what we have here is a very well-written, very well-crafted story, at least so far. And overall, DC is doing a fantastic job with the way they've plotted out Death of the Family. My only complaint is how we get 2 or 3 issues and there's nothing, and there's, you know, more issues and then nothing. I kind of wish if they spread this out a little bit more. That way, it kind of feeds you a little bit more, you know, over the long haul. But overall, if you're not reading this, you got to go pick up those back issues and get those reprints and start, because this is the Joker series, I think, that we want to see, we needed to see, and I really feel sorry for any other writer who has to write the Joker afterwards, because Snyder and everybody involved in this has, I think, really elevated the Joker to a brand new level, a brand new danger level, twisted, and he's going to be very hard to basically improve on. And I think anybody else who writes the Joker, they're just going to be compared to what Snyder did, and they're going to have a tough job. So anyways, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. And like the Facebook link over there, I give out free comics. Every once in a while there's a Crunchyroll link on there for trial memberships. And if you want to check out Crunchyroll anyways, check out an anime called Blast of Tempest. The last episode comes out today, and that is an awesome series so far. So anyways, I guess that's it for today. I'll try to get more stuff. As I mentioned in another video, I plan on doing a Swamp Thing Animal Man Rot video review once it's all done, because that one I was gonna do it earlier, but I figured, I'm just gonna wait until it's all done. That way I don't recant half of what I say. But anyways, that's it for today. Until next time.